Willie Hines is the Milwaukee Common Council president. He is a city leader. You could argue that he's the second most powerful guy in the city behind Mayor Barrett, but he's a city leader. Clarke is a county leader. Clarke is the county sheriff. So Hines' interest in how Sheriff Clarke uses his personnel should be slim to none. And his incredible overreaction to this story is almost comical. Quote, the unprecedented decision by Sheriff Clarke is clearly an attempt to put politics ahead of duty and ahead of the sheriff's sworn commitment to provide security and safety for visiting dignitaries of the highest order, our commander-in-chief, he said in a statement. He went on to call the sheriff's decision embarrassing and said there's a serious need to study a plan to remove the elected political position from the sheriff's office. He wants to end the sheriff's position as an elected position. He said he'll push for a study of a merged Metro Police Department for all of Milwaukee County and the abolishment of the elected sheriff's position altogether. He wants to abolish the sheriff's department, essentially, roll it into the MPD, and not even have a sheriff's position. He's so worked up about this. He said to Channel 6, Clarke's decision to assign sheriff's deputies to only partial security for Obama was appalling and embarrassing. Quote, it is irresponsible, it's unprecedented, it's unheard of, and it's just plain not right. They tell you they're on a cutback as it pertains to protecting the President of the United States, he said. Willie Hines comes unglued over this, people. This is the point I want to make. This is the first peep out of Willie Hines that we have heard in what? On any issue. Has it been a year? Has it been 2? Has it been 2 years since Willie Hines uttered a peep on any local issue? Folks, aside from whether David Clarke's move was right or wrong, let's just set this aside. No matter what you think of Clarke's move, whether you think, even if you think it was maybe grandstanding for his budget, doesn't matter. Put all that aside. The fact that this is the one thing that Willie Hines has gotten really worked up about in the last 5 years tells you exactly why city government is broken. It tells you why there is no hope for conditions to improve within the city of Milwaukee or at MPS anytime in the near future. Not with this group of leaders. Just keep expecting flight into the suburbs, expect a high crime rate, expect constant erosion of the population away from the city, moving into the suburbs, expect further deterioration of the north and the south sides, expect the continued deterioration of the city's manufacturing base. City leaders like Willie Hines don't seem to care about any of it. They cannot get exercised or worked up about any of the true outrages facing the city of Milwaukee. But something like this, which isn't even a real issue, this they can get worked up about. Whether Sheriff Clarke dedicates 10 or 15 deputies to presidential security detail, that's what's going to set off Willie Hines. I've never seen Hines more adamant, more animated, more angry. He's calling for the sheriff's position to be dissolved over this. Something finally clicked. I think I've finally figured out why we had this unsolicited attack on Clarke from Willie Hines. Why would it come from Willie Hines, who is a city leader? It took a while to click, but I think I've got it. It was a political attack, a preemptive political attack. Could this attack from Willie Hines come out of nowhere because he plans to run for mayor if Tom Barrett runs for governor and wins? I think this is what this is about. He has said in the past he wants to run for mayor, but he knows he's not going to beat Tom Barrett. So if Barrett actually were to run and become governor, I think Willie Hines wants to run for mayor, and he's worried that David Clarke might also run for mayor. Now it makes some sense. But as for Clarke, there's no doubt he's a controversial figure to some, but I think it speaks volumes that we had on a radio show that is predominantly white suburban callers. We had, 5 black callers from the city in a row come on the air and defend Clarke and blast Hines and other black aldermen. You can see Clarke has the support of the black community. He's out in the community. He's being seen. He's talking with people. He's talking with kids. He's providing them with a positive role model. He's making an impression. I tell you, David Clarke's a cool guy. He's got an aura about him, and he connects with people. Is that why other black leaders find him so threatening, and is that why Willie Hines finds him so threatening? Is Willie Hines already considering that David Clarke would be a possible challenger in the mayoral race?